welcome back to Activation Nation. I am excited to be here with you all today. We have some great things to talk about, as always. Today, I have joining me Skylar Fobbs, who is our Senior Director of U.S. Sales. So welcome, yes. Skylar.
Hey, thank you. Super excited to be here today.
We have had a crazy busy month of October, new quarter. We've had some really fun things going on, and we're going to talk about some things that were just launched this last week and kind of dive into the details of it and give you guys maybe some tips and some details about how you can utilize it in your business, because that's what we're all wanting to know, right? Is how do I use these products? When do I use them? And how do I build my business with them and really maximize on all the things that we've got going on right now? Because sometimes it can feel a little overwhelming. So hopefully we today are going to simplify that a little bit for you and help you to walk away feeling like, all right, I got this. I'm ready to hit the ground.
I love that. Yes. And I'm kind of chuckling over here. I know that the audience can't see me, but I'm chuckling because you just said over the last week, these announcements came out. And I got to say, LifeVantage years and time is completely different, because that feels about a year ago.
It does, doesn't it?
An equivalent to that. But it's been an exciting time.
We all know that for all of you, this launched on Wednesday, and so you're just wrapping your heads around it. I'm laughing too at what Sky's saying, because yes, it has felt like a year this last couple of weeks, but it has been a fun year.
Absolutely.
This last couple of weeks. So
yes, it's been jam-packed with information. Really excited that we've been finally able to start sharing some of the information. And the best way to put it, I know that we had a captain's club that we put together last week, and we started meeting with those individuals and really giving them all of the information that we've been eager to share. And I think it was Jake Hines, our vice president of sales, who kind of put it in a way that I think would relate with a lot of individuals, that essentially when you're on these incredible trips that we have, and we're going to South Africa, and up and coming where we're going is Thailand. And I know a lot of people are going to be feeling the same. And we have these amazing events like Momentum Academies and conventions, and you're sitting there and you have someone in mind of whether it's your kids, a loved one, someone close to you that you would just love to get that energy and the excitement and see the things that you're seeing and be able to have them live in your skin.
Yeah.
That's exactly what this buildup has been of bringing Love Biome and LifeVantage together. This is incredible.
Yeah.
Absolutely incredible. If you haven't felt the energy, then I don't know if you have a pulse at this point. But the good thing is that we have a lot more to come that will continue to build on all of this excitement. Yeah. And with that being said, why is this an exciting time?
Yeah.
Well,
and hopefully you were able to join the training camp last week and, get some details there and that kind of thing. And I hope that everyone listening is headed to Momentum Academy this week and is going to be joining us in person in Dallas. And we're going to, our science team, our R&D and our marketing team, sales, really every single corner of the company has been working on this and have some really exciting stats, some exciting things to bring to Momentum and to share about the details of the products and the combination of using these products together. But we're going to dive into a little more of the business side and how to, like I said, really utilize and maximize these incentives, these packs and stacks that we've got, all of these things to make your business successful and get it to where you really want it to be.
Yes. Yeah. So those of you that were part of Captain's Club, or if you took part in the training camp this week, I think you totally get the vision. You get the excitement of what we've been holding up and having this build up to that. And so it's a really exciting time to start sharing with those individuals that are in your business or with the brand new person, adding the P84 product to our product line, truly just aligning with the activation message, and Activation Nation, who's joining us on here today. But that's going to be truly remarkable. You learned about the science of what they're bringing to the table, of activating the gut peptides within your own gut and getting that healthy gut. But how does that work with the other products that we have, which we have so much more to dive into and to elaborate on. But just to get the ball started is pairing that with our flagship product of Protandim NRF2, and those two coming together, of being able to have the healthy cells within your body and having the healthy gut peptides within your body, and bringing those two together, it's a no-brainer of the true crucial offense and defense, number one offense and defense that you could have, that 1-2 punch. That's going to be crucial for people to be able to win. And again, that name is so perfect. Healthy Edge. Truly giving you an edge on your health. So all of that to be said, that you learned all of those exciting things. And I know everybody's working on their pitches and everything that they're going to be able to just run like crazy to share this with the world, which is exciting. But we've really brought that all together. But I just want to touch on one piece before we jump into the details of the incentive, of how massive this is so much bigger than a product launch. We've had a lot of great product launches in the past, and a lot of success with those product launches because we stay true to who we are with the activation message. But what I really want to go in a little bit more on is, what does this mean for us in this space, for within this industry? This is an absolute game changer in the fact that we are, while other companies may be going away from the space and they're doing affiliate marketing, or they may be closing down, or they may not be thriving, LifeVantage is growing. Not only are we growing, we are adding to that army, acquiring and partnering with other individuals like LoveBiome, who will soon all be under the LifeVantage umbrella. I think that is something to be absolutely proud of, and really put this into perspective of, we are not doubling down, we are tripling down, we are quadrupling down, however many downs that you want to go into it, that this is where we want to be within this network marketing space, and that people that have a home here with LifeVantage have a clear path of winning within this space. So that's what I get super excited about. Now that I went on my tangent, we'll get into the details.
I love it, because it's true. We're hearing so much of that going on. And I hope that for those coming into LifeVantage, those that are in LifeVantage, whatever space that looks like for you, that it feels like a really stable home, because I feel like that's what it actually is. We're moving forward. We're not stagnant. We're excited about things, and we're just really looking at constant growth. And that's what we're seeing. And so,
couldn't agree more. And I've been lucky enough to live in this home for about 12 years now. So super proud of that. But under the helm of the management team that we have with Steve and Kristen and Julie and the whole C-suite, and, trickling down to our VPs and management all across the board, we've never had it quite as good as what we have it right now. And that's also what I'm seeing within the field of adding experienced leadership from LoveBiome to the group. Also, we've been doing a lot of the League of Leaders and developing those core leadership habits with those individuals that have been taking part of that here within LifeVantage. And it's just truly a remarkable time where you just see the true, you hear this over and over of the rising tide rises all ships. And that's exactly what we're seeing here. So loving that the incentives that we're circling around and that we haven't quite got into.
Yeah, let's get, yet. Should we dive into the incentives, Skylar?
Yes, absolutely.
Okay, let's do it.
Just to kind of give you guys a little bit more, if you were able to listen to, then this will be a great refresher. If you were not able to take part in training camp, please go back and watch that. You could watch that on the US Consultant Facebook page. We got all the recordings there so that you could be all up to speed with everything that's going on. But one of the key takeaways from that is building and growing with the healthy edge. And I mentioned it earlier, the true offense being the P84, and then your true defense being the Protanum NRF2. And what happens here is that when we all have the same concise message, we all are staying consistent with that messaging, magic happens. Yeah. All right. That's when the big momentum really kicks up, when everybody has a good, simple, concise message that they're all saying and doing to get together. There's absolute power in numbers. And that's what I'm excited about, what everybody's come to get together on.
Well, and it's the same with the product, right? It requires consistency to see results.
Yep.
You have to be consistent with taking the right products that we fortunately have in order to see positive results. And so it's just the same with the way that we're talking, the message that we're all sharing.
Yep.
The more consistent that we are, the more results we're going to see.
Yes, absolutely. And that could not be more true for the business side of things as well, which we'll kind of cover how that all impacts someone's business as they're building with this. But the healthy edge, what is that? That's going to be your Protanum NRF2. Mm-hmm. And that's going to be the new product to LifeVantage or existing group. It's new to those individuals, but adding the P84 is going to be crucial to this healthy edge and truly getting that edge that you need. So some of the details that I already talked about, I think you got a little bit of a glimpse of what that simple message could be. But again, go back and watch the training camp. I think you'll really love it. Again, we had trainings that took place where the most brilliant minds from all across LifeVantage and Love Biome came together to provide you that simple message. So definitely if you're not able to watch that or you're not in the loop of that, please get with your uplines and I'm sure they could fill you in on that. But essentially what this offer is going to be October 15th. So 5 days ago. All the way through December 31st, we have an exclusive offer for the Healthy Edge, okay? And what we have, it's kind of two parts. You have the Healthy Edge enrollment pack. So that's a brand new consultant getting started with the business. That's for the low price of $250. Now, that's $50 for the start kit fee. Still, if you're not aware of what that includes, it includes absolutely everything in the fact of you get a replicated website, you get a back office that could help you track the information, the app on top of that.
So many tools.
20% pricing, which is the wholesale price. You also get the fact that you could earn commissions by sharing these products with other people. So much comes with that $50 starter kit. But the other piece of that is $200 of product. Now, if you've been in this industry for a while, or if you've been with LifeVantage for a while, I think you understand that true 1-to-1 ratio, meaning you spend $1, you get 1 SV. That is not something that is always offered up.
Absolutely
and I'm
not.
still pinching myself because I'm like, how did we get our chief financial officer Carl to get bought in on this? And I think it's because
so are we giving a shout out to Carl right now?
We're going to give a shout out to Carl. We always love our finance partners, but a special shout out to those individuals because that just is kind of setting the stage of the magnitude of all these things coming together, that it was a no-brainer that we brought this exclusive offer from October 15th through December 31st where people could enroll for $250, get 200 SV, and that is absolutely fantastic. Now, for those individuals that set up a subscription, they are going to be spending $200 and getting that for 160 SV, okay? And so that's going back to your regular split of what you typically have. So what does that look like for the month of October? You're coming in, the brand new person is getting that price of $250 for the 200 SV. Then they're setting up a subscription, which their subscription running, let's say in November. In November, they're going to be paying $200, getting 160 SV. And so that's really, really awesome. So for the rest of this month in October, the only way for someone to get product is that they had to qualify for one of the incentives that we ran prior to October. So the Act Now, where they had to do 500 SV in September, or they qualified for getting to the 45 points, which is tier 1 for our incentive to Bahia Mita. And they did that by mid-August. So those individuals got an early access to that. And then obviously our club that we got together for Captain's Club, they also got exclusive access to that as well. Nice. But for the brand new person, the only way they could get it is by getting that $250 for the 200 SV for the rest of October. The rest of the existing, you're going to have to just wait until November
1st, right?
Or maybe you might be pleasantly surprised with a date that comes a little bit sooner than that. I don't know. I don't want to say too much without
Skylar's
bursting the bubbles.
Dropping something here.
Yes,
we're crossing
exactly.
our fingers, but
let's just say events are crucial. So make sure that you come to Momentum Academy if you're not already registered. But yeah, so that'll be really exciting. And those are the only ways that you could get the product at this point in time. But essentially what we have built into that as well as what you were alluding to for all of the individuals that were on training camp and got the information is this incentive where
this is an exciting incentive.
Totally,
you guys.
Totally.
Is like.
But I will say that what's really remarkable with the incentive that we have offered up, this is our Q4 incentive, is that by enrolling 3 consultants on 200 SV or more, essentially what you're going to be getting is getting $200 back just from this bonus alone. Okay, like that is massive.
Nice. So what you're telling me, Skylar, what we're saying here is I help bring in 3 new people, help them to get healthier, to maybe help create a business that they have been looking for, get them started with both of those things combined, which is amazing all by itself.
Yep.
Plus I get $200 for helping other people.
And that's how simple this business is. We love it. We love to keep it simple. Yep. But one of the things that I do want to call out, I mean, it's just for 200 SV or more for each of those consultant enrollments. So this could be any of the stacks. It could be any variation of the products as long as that individual is on 200 SV or more. But it is so simple when you just align with the messaging that we're talking about right now with the Healthy Edge. And that's why everything's planned out according to plan to where you could simply just enroll 3 individuals in this example, enroll 3 new consultants on the Healthy Edge, and you're going to be looking at an extra $200 in bonuses on top of what you're earning in our amazing Evolve compensation plan.
And how many times am I allowed to do that?
Like once or twice. No, I'm just kidding. There is no cap to this.
Okay,
again, shout out to Carl. Shout out to Carl.
No
we
cap.
Love it.
So I could do this multiple times in a month.
Yes. As many as you want. Actually, it's funny that you say that because last month we had an executive consultant and I was super impressed with what she was able to do because sometimes as you go through the phases in your business, it's like, oh, well, now I'm in management mode or now I'm doing this and this is how I spend most of my time. But she saw the opportunity when we offered this similar incentive last month in September and she went out and she enrolled 17 new consultants. Wow. 17 new consultants.
Do the math on that.
Exactly. 17 new consultants at 200 SV. Wow. She ended up with $1,000 extra from just doing those behaviors. And that was a late add-in that we threw out there for individuals to run for.
And but I don't know anyone that would not be okay with a extra $1,000.
No. Right? No, absolutely not. Yeah. And one of the cool things with this incentive is it runs from October 1st through December 31st.
Okay.
So all of your work that you continue to pour in leading up to all these exciting announcements that you heard about, that is all counting towards this if you enrolled new individuals on 200 SV or more. So
no worries that all that work that you did at the beginning of the month won't count. It absolutely counts.
Absolutely. Nice. Absolutely. So that's the best part. But let's go ahead and just walk through some of the scenarios because I'm a numbers guy. Yeah. I absolutely geek out on the Evolve compensation plan, which I absolutely firmly can say that is the best compensation plan that is in the industry. And it is a true plan where you're able to earn off of customers and you're also able to earn off of building a team with consultants. But the magic happening when you do both together. But what we're going to go into a little bit more is I'd like to just break down how does all of this work? So everything focused, one of the cornerstone ranks that we have here at LifeVantage within the Evolve compensation plan is Senior Consultant 1. What's Senior Consultant 1? That's 200,000, or sorry, 200,000.
Wow.
I just went up that real fast.
2,000.
2,000 in organizational volume.
Yeah.
And of course, you have to have the leg balance and everything like that. But go ahead and refer to the Evolve Compensation Plan details. But 2,000 in volume gets you to the rank of SC1.
Okay.
And why that's such a pivotal rank is that we know that's where the stickiness happens. Okay. Mm-hmm. So becoming an SC1 factory, meaning you're creating as many SC1s and your team's creating as many SC1s in your organization, is crucial to the success and stability within your in your business. And so I'm going to go walk through real quick what a 30-day plan or a little bit over 30-day plan would be for someone that's just getting started. So let me walk you through your brand new person and you want them to have success right out the gates. You enroll them in the month of October and your whole plan is to get them to SC1 as soon as possible. So what you're going to go ahead and set out for them to accomplish just when they're getting started is, hey, I enrolled you on this Healthy Edge. And I got you set up with your 200 SV to go ahead and earn commissions and get the excitement going. Obviously, they're going to have to get, a couple customers just to make sure that they're over the 300 SV. Yeah. But by them going and finding 3 individuals to share the Healthy Edge with and have them start their business now as a consultant, they're going to be getting that $200 back that we just talked about. So 3 consultant enrollments after they get enrolled. Nice. And get them to get their $200 back as soon as possible.
So they just paid for their new Healthy Edge kit.
Exactly, which is fantastic. Love that message. I think it's really easy for people to move forward with that. So now by doing the 3 consultants, they've created 600 SV from those 3 consultants being enrolled, plus their own 200 SV that they enrolled on, getting them a total of 800 SV in the first month that they enrolled.
And their $200.
Yes, and their $200. Nice. So there's a lot of details as well. Yeah. They've earned more through the compensation plan as well, which we'll go more into detail of what that looks like here in just a minute. But as simple as it could be, get your $200 back for your product by enrolling 3. And so by them enrolling in the month of October, they have the rest of October and next month. So that would be all of November, right? That we want to get them to SC1. So
how are we going to do that?
We're going to do it this way. I love that you asked me. It's like you knew what I was going to say. So the next piece of this is we covered what they're going to do in October. Now we're going to jump to November. Now in the month of November, we want them to go ahead and enroll 3 more consultants on 200 SV or more.
So do exactly what I did in October. Same. Do it again in November.
Same.
Okay.
Same with that. So enroll 3 more consultants on 200 SV. Okay. Easiest way to do that is with the new exciting Healthy Edge, of course. Yep. And that's going to create 600 more SV in their business in the month of November. Now, the individuals that we enrolled last month, of course, they set up a subscription because that's the only way that we do it. Just a little plug in here. If you want a good, stable business, you absolutely need to enroll your consultants and customers on subscriptions. There is a really awesome stat and direct correlation to getting on subscription at the time of enrollment. And that's going to be crucial for this incentive. That's why we put that as part of the incentive.
Well, it also goes back to what we were talking about earlier of consistency.
Yep.
If you want to see really consistent results, I need to be consistently taking the products, being healthy, doing all the things. And so it all flows into each other.
Absolutely. No, I couldn't agree with you more. So those individuals from last month in October that enrolled, they set up their subscription for the Healthy Glow, which that's going to translate over to now it's 160 SV for their subscription order in the month of November. So it was 200 in October. Now that goes down to 160 because now we're down to the subscription stack.
Right.
So by them doing that, you have those 3 individuals that did that. That creates 640 in volume, which is fantastic. So now you have a grand total of 1,240 in volume from the new 3 and from the previous 3. Okay. Stay with me with this.
I hope everyone has their calculators out.
Absolutely. Yeah. Or you're taking notes. Pull over right now. This is crucial. So, but each of those 3 that you go ahead and bring in, you in the month of November, now you're also wanting them to go get their 3 on top of what what you're really setting out for the ones that you enrolled last month to go get their 3. Like it's all just a replication thing of teach them to go get 3 and then do the same thing in the next month and stay consistent with that behavior. It's a really simple system with all of that. So by doing that and putting all these numbers together, you're going to be looking at $1,800 in SV coming from those 3 new consultants that your 3 new consultants from October are bringing in.
So if we add that together with our subscription orders, with the 3 new ones that we brought in, we're over, what, 3,000?
Yes.
In SV
yes, exactly. You're good at math. I like that.
Well, I had a little help.
3,040 SV. We just talked about that it's 2,000 for you to get to the rank of SC1.
So I'm there.
You're
at
there.
SC1.
You're there.
Not only am I there, I'm knocking on the door of SC2.
Exactly. Yeah. No, absolutely. So you're knocking on the door of a double rank advancement, getting to, or I guess that in that sense, it'd be like a quadruple, quintuple rank advancement, which is really, that's just not needed. We'll just talk about the numbers here, but getting to 300 or 3,040 SV, getting them to SC1. So what they have built on top of that is that they're getting the launch bonuses, they get the rank advancement bonuses, they get the commissions from the Evolve compensation plan, and then all entwined in all of that for everybody that's doing their 3 new consultants on 200 or more SV. They're also getting the $200. So there's a lot of money on the table for people to take advantage of this that I strongly suggest, like you got to go out there and you have to take advantage of it right now.
And going back, something to remember is we're showing the enroll 3 and teach your people to do the same.
Simple.
Teach those new people to do the same. But that doesn't, I don't have to stop there.
No.
I could enroll 3 more during the month, and we're not even including any of that.
Yeah,
so
exactly.
keep that in mind. There's so much opportunity. This is so exciting.
Yes, yes. And so keeping it simple, making sure that they know what their plan is when they get started of getting their 3 that month, and then laying out what that looks like for the next month to get them started as quickly as possible, get them to SC1 as soon as possible. But if you don't mind, I do want to dive into, like, hopefully I haven't lost everybody. And if I have, like, just...
We've thrown out a lot of numbers.
Exactly. And just listen to this over and over, or feel free to reach out to the amazing contact center or my amazing team or myself, and we'd be happy to walk you through it and make sure that you know what that plan looks like for those individuals. But just to kind of go one step further of what that could be looking like. So I just want to lay out what this plan is. So let's say I'm a brand new person and I've enrolled between July and October. Okay. So anybody that's enrolled during that time, why that is a pivotal time is because that they are currently in their launch period. So you get extra bonuses for enrolling consultants in your launch period. So I'm going to walk you through the process real fast. If I'm a brand new consultant since July of 2025, what I'm looking at is that I can get up to 30% from the Evolve compensation plan. Okay, and that's broken up from 20% sharing bonus doubler because I'm in my launch period. And then I also get the 10% level bonus if I'm a SC1 or higher. That's why SC1 is so crucial. So a brand new SC1 in their first couple months in their launch period, they're going to be able to get 30%. So that's $60 that they get from the Evolve compensation plan. Then you add this $200 bonus. So they went out there and they got 3 individuals that got 200 SV. That's $200 from the Q4 incentive. But by them getting to SC1 for the first time in that time frame, they are also getting the SC1 bonus for getting to SC1 in their launch period. And that's $150 on top of it, for a total of $530 for them to earn with all of these things coming together from the Evolve compensation plan and from the Q4 incentive and the SC1 bonus.
So what a powerful message to be able to say to someone, hey, would you like to be able to earn right off the bat an extra 500 plus?
Correct. Absolutely. And in that sense, let's say they did come in on the $250 Healthy Edge stack. I mean, they are more than doubling their investment into this business. Like that is exactly the message that we want to share. So that's just more focus on that brand new SC1. We have tons of other examples of going into just a new person that is not SC1 or the existing SC1s and what that bonus looks like. And then the individuals that enrolled before July or the individuals that have enrolled since July, tons of different scenarios that we could run through. But I wanted to highlight that one specifically of one of the things that Steve Fife, our chief executive officer, set out from Global Convention is that he wanted to be known for creating the most individuals in the entire company to have $500 or more earning in what they're earning every single month. And I just laid out a plan of where just from a few of these bonuses from the Evolve plan and this new Q4 incentive, how they could get to $530. That number is going to absolutely pop. And when that happens and those stories are shared and the excitement continues to run, that's something absolutely massive. That's all out action. And I cannot wait to see so many people be rewarded for their efforts.
How exciting to not only be able to earn an extra $500+ and also be feeling better at the same time.
Yes.
I think that I don't know of anyone that would not hear that opportunity and go, yes.
Yeah, absolutely.
That sounds amazing.
Absolutely. Yeah. Well, and one thing that I just want to, I know we've been rambling on, or I have been, Mindy's been very polite of your time. But I've been rambling on a little bit, but one thing that I just want to wrap up with all of this is incentives are absolutely incredible. And this one in particular, like, Mindy, you know that this is absolutely a game changer for people, right?
It is. I've been in this industry on the corporate side for many years, and this is exciting.
Yes.
It's simple. It's easy to not only do yourself, but to be able to explain to other people, which sometimes can be a roadblock, as we know.
Yep.
It's easy to explain. It's easy to go and do. And then we have amazing products that speak for themselves that you don't even have to necessarily know every single detail about, because again, they speak for themselves. And when people are consistent, they really do help you to feel better.
Absolutely. No, I couldn't agree more.
And so utilizing these incentives, I don't know of a better way to really build a successful business and to be able to go out and share and talk to people and have a simple, concise message. That is the most important thing, is have a really simple, concise message. And Skylar just shared one with you that you can absolutely use.
Yep. Well, and the biggest thing is, like, I know now they have this information. Okay, I want to go be a SC1.
I want to do
factory.
it. Yeah.
I want to go help as many people get $530 or more in everything that we're talking about and all the excitement that you have. So now what do you do with that excitement? How do you execute this effectively?
Yeah.
And I think obviously sharing, finding your 3 and teaching them to find 3 and so on and so on.
Don't get stuck creating your game plan.
Yes.
Start sharing as you're creating your plan.
Absolutely. Yes. That's going to be first and foremost, because you got to have a team to be able to rally around this. And the more individuals, the army that you build to share how exciting this is, like this is what's going to set you up for the long term of why people are so excited about what the Evolve plan really lays out for people. But I'll go ahead and throw in a couple nuggets just real fast of what can you do beyond that. So you go ahead and you're going to start sharing, you're going to start building your team. That's fantastic. And that's exactly what you should do. But there's some pointers with incentives. And one of the great pointers that I've been fortunate enough to rub elbows with a lot of the top leaders that we have here, and specifically for this feedback that I got was actually from Blue Elam himself, one of our presidentials, Sean Poe, one of our presidentials here, Jenny Crane, one of our executives here as well. And this kind of took place on the mastermind, or I guess I'm saying mastermind. Now it's actually Captain's Club. And one of the things that they really pointed out is incentives are absolutely fantastic, but incentives are meant to give you that jolt that you need while you stay consistent within the behaviors of what you already have built within your team. You already need to have those systems built within your team and staying consistent with those things. That's how you're going to have the long-term success. Yeah. So some of the things that I want to call out real fast is they've all had really great success, and so many other leaders as well, around creating groups for recognition. Yeah. So that could be like a text thread, it could be a WhatsApp thread, it could be whatever you think would be best for you and your team. Once you get them onboarded, creating that environment of recognition and really shouting out those individuals that are not only earning these $200 bonuses, but that are tracking towards these bonuses. So let's say I got a group of all my consultants on a text thread, and the way that I identified these individuals is I reached out to them. Hey, I want to know who's the go-getters, who's running right now, who's the movers and shakers, who's really going to go out and earn this $200 incentive. Get a whole list of all of them, put them all in a group together, and then you just start the excitement within that group in the fact of so-and-so is $100 away from, or $200 or whatever it might be, away from getting their next $200 bonus. Nice. Or they're 3 enrollments away from getting their first, or whatever it might be. Yeah. Putting that out there and shouting them out along the way will be absolutely crucial. But also, once they achieve it, sharing those wins and utilizing that group to be able to share the tips and tricks of how they've been sharing it and how they've had success and all those wins, that's going to be massive. And that recognition is going to go such a long way. The way that I've seen a lot of these leaders leverage these things is that it doesn't matter what you're doing, add this into it. I know, for example, like the Pose, they do Performance Club. Their Performance Club is enroll 2 individuals. It could be a customer or a consultant, and they have to have 150 SV. That's great. But they put these people in a group to get those early wins as soon as possible.
Nice.
So now in this example, though they already have this sustainable thing that they do already ongoing. Now you add another layer to that, and now it's, okay, this is what you do first. Now the next step up now that you've earned Performance Club, let's take that next step and earn this $200 incentive for the Q4 incentive. You have some individuals out there like Blue Elam and Marcel Niederhauser and some of those individuals that focus on getting 5. You could go get 5, get 5, and do that over and over. But align it with the incentive that we have. You do not need to change what you're currently already doing. Absolutely. You just add to it. I know a lot of focus is, go green and build a team from, I know like Brandon Cunningham and Holly Tomet and all those guys, they kind of focus on that of going to get people to get customers to go ahead and get to that 1,000, which go green means get to emerald. So that's 1,000 in customer sales. And so that they really focus on getting that benefit and then building a team of consultants, which is fantastic. You do not have to change that. That's still absolutely a thing. As you're sharing Healthy Edge and you're sharing all of these exciting things, you just incorporate this message into, and guess what? Now, as you're finding or looking for your consultants and you're just adding to your customer sales, because you're
going to just earn a little extra doing what you're already doing.
Yeah. The message is really concise. Meeting people where they're at, you're going to get customers, and they absolutely are fantastic. They add, but then finding those 3 consultants that come in on 200 SV or more, that's going to be crucial too, because that's where you multiply and that's where you start building your team. So all these messages, which they're all right. Yeah. They could all be right. And I really love that they're so collaborative across the field. And there's so many other things out there that teams are really working on. But I love how this goes hand in hand with exactly what they're already doing.
Well, and we talk about this often, and I know I've said this on here before, but it really is the beauty of this business is there's not one way.
Yes.
There's so many different ways that you can do it and be successful at it. So do what you do.
Yep.
Don't change things up, but take advantage of this incentive or whatever it is that might come along, because it fits right in.
Yep. definitely take advantage of the incentive. Don't leave any money on the table, but also set yourself up for long-term success, because it's not just this flash in the pan. You want this longevity, leverage income for years and years to come, and this is the way to do it.
Absolutely. Well, I hope that all of you have been taking notes. I hope that you had all of the things. You probably come back, listen to it again, because Skylar gave so much great information, so many examples of how to really utilize this incentive that we have going, again, from October 1st through the end of the year. It's such a perfect way to set up your business to just be successful and start out 2026 with a bang, and start out with the new year, not trying to think of I'm ready to get started now and I'm really ready to dive in. No, this will set you up for having so much momentum going into January rather than trying to create momentum in January. So I think it's a fantastic idea, a great way to really set up your business where you want it to be. And we have an amazing new product to try. So we're, like I said, so many exciting things going on right now. And I hope that all of you listening are as excited as we are about it, more, because like Skylar said, there's so much on the table for you to take advantage of. So Skylar, thank you so much for being here and explain. That was a lot for you to explain. And so we're really glad that you were able to do all of that and here to assist, and hope that we see everyone this week in Dallas at Momentum Academy, and we can't wait to be in person. And tune in next week, and we will have kind of some fun recaps of some exciting things that we didn't even talk about on here, if you can imagine, next Monday on Activation Nation. Thanks everyone for being with us, and we will see you next week.
Thank you. Love you guys.
Thanks for listening to today's episode of the Activation Nation podcast. If you haven't already, be sure to subscribe for future episodes and updates, and share with a friend or prospect that you think could benefit from today's conversation. Check the episode description for any links or disclaimers, and we'll see you next week for another episode. And now, the legal stuff. The consultant sells earning disclosed are potential gross earnings and not net of other business expenses, and not necessarily representative of the actual income, if any, that a consultant can or will earn through the LifeVantage Compensation Plan. A consultant's earnings will depend on the individual diligence, work effort, and market conditions. LifeVantage does not guarantee any income or rank success. See the income disclosure statement for detailed earnings information. Additionally, any earnings discussed in this podcast are not earned merely by enrolling as a consultant. Commissions are earned based on product sales, referred to in this podcast as sales volume, SV, to end user customers.